Hey everybody, this is Dave, your shipyard modeler, and this is a kit review and progress report for the USS Ticonderoga made by Arii models in 1/700 scale. First of all, the decals aren't good. As you can see, they're somewhat yellowed there, not usable. And I ordered some new other decals for it and had an issue with those too, which a picture of the decals I ordered will come up at the end. In the meantime, here's your instructions. Pretty clear. It's a decent kit. It's got some fit issues on the superstructure, and well, just had some issues with the kit. I don't want to build another Arii kit. I'll go with the Dragon probably. Um, those are all the instructions, and here's the parts. The parts are actually well molded. The only, like I said, the issue I had was fit, with a lot of fitting parts just were really hard to fit. Well, I've already started to wash and primer the parts here. That's why some of them are shady like that. It's not quite done well enough. And I realized I hadn't. I planned to do a kit review and then forgot to take pictures of the parts. So I stopped doing the wash and took pictures of the parts, and then we'll move on from there. So yeah, these are the parts. As you can see, the parts are finely detailed. I had issues with superstructure fitting though, really did, on this kit. As we go later, you may actually see it. I might talk about it. Now I have to edit the picture slide here. So I had to record, delete a bunch of reproduced pictures. I got to tell you, I don't like Windows 7, and I don't like the Windows 7 Movie Maker, but here I am using it. Anyway, here's more parts. So the first thing I do is I take a bottle cap full of thinner, put some paint on my brush, put it in the thinner, and start washing up the parts. And here's a picture, just, pictures for esoteric sake, of what I do. And I just get a bunch of thinner on top of the paint, and then I wash the model with it. Try to get a dark wash because you're going to want the base for the dry brush. And here's what it looks like when it's done. It should look something like that. Now, painted the deck, and the way I do this is I dry brush the light gray parts and then come back and wet brush and cut the edges with the dark gray. As you can see, it comes out okay. I have to come back and do a little touch up here and there sometimes. And got a little paint over around there. I fixed that eventually. I think there's some debris on that too, because there was some dirt in the box, and when I closed it, it spilt on the model, but none of it got stuck in. Nice anchors there. I really like the detail up there. Another shot of the rear. Now there's parts that go on the bulkhead in the rear there, so I don't need to paint that. More shots just for the heck of it. Oh, that's lining the deck, getting that little line around the deck. There's the other decals. I bought these decals, and they were $20 to get them shipped, and you know what? They didn't work. They were all for Flight 2 CGs with the internal missile base, and they don't work on the Ticonderoga class. So I fixed that problem, but it's going to be a few more days. I'm going to have to call the customer and let them know, Christ, we're even more over budget and over time, although the budget's my budget, so this model's getting like non-profitable at this point, but that's okay. So I'm enjoying building it now that it's starting to look better. Here's where it's at. Well, no, I'm a little bit further on now. This is just pictures of the progression of the build and some close-ups here and there so you can see how it's coming along. I don't know if my photography is very good. I paint the hull the last. Now there I did get some decals off that sheet, and they look pretty good, but those are the only two I was able to get in the front. Couldn't get the missile launcher decals. That decal is pretty good, but in a later picture you're going to see that it dried and it's just real pale. That's not spaghetti decal. It has clear. The flight deck decal has clear in between the lines, and the new decal set I have is a Revell set, and I don't think they have the lines in them. Here's pretty much what she looks like now at this instant as I upload this video, and I'm on hold for decals. So all I have to do is get the decals, And I had a round decal put on that forward missile launcher, but it disintegrated. And there you can see the problems with that rear decal. And I'm going to probably pull that off and use the Revell set. I'm buying a parts kit that's partially assembled and has a good decal sheet from Revell. And I know Revell at least makes good decals, even though I think their models suck. But anyway, that's it. That's the USS, I'm building her as the Vicentes, actually, to date.